It's funny. I hate stories that depress me, and I tend to just block them out. Like when I watch the nightly news every night, and you know what depresses me is these stories that are the natural disasters, hurricanes and flooding and everything else. You just get to the point where I just have to turn it off. I can't even stand to watch it. Yeah. And heroin is the same way. These stories are terrible, and it's hitting. We see it hitting in other areas, but it's hitting here. It's a problem. Yeah. And some of it comes from prescription meds. A lot of it is coming from prescription meds, and then they can't get the meds. Right. It's awful. So, Andrew, what's the story in Syracuse? Brent actually used to work here at WIBX. His sister's daughter, right, had OD'd on heroin, and recently his sister and I believe maybe his mom have been out talking and giving forums on the whole issue. And what happened? All I know is he was very, very upset.
Yeah. So
his
sister lost her daughter she was 24 years old. She was pregnant, and she died of a heroin overdose. And she came out to speak at a public forum to make people aware that it could happen. And basically her main point is that this could happen to anyone. Brent's niece, who was the one that passed away, was on a prescription that helped her not get. It was a kind of an anti-drug in a way. It was something that would not allow her to get high from heroin or painkillers.
If you become a heroin addict, you go on, I forget what it's called, the drug. But I know people that used to have to drive to Syracuse every week and get a shot, and that shot would be how they'd survive for the rest of their life because that heroin desire doesn't go away.
Right. And so what happened was she took herself off the medication, or she went off the medication when she became pregnant as to not harm her baby. So that made her vulnerable, and the drug dealer actually, and this is from the Syracuse.com article, the dealer actually brought it to her home.
He was convicted, by the way.
Yeah.
Or indicted or convicted, one or the other.
I believe.
Yeah, that just came out maybe a couple of months ago. Anyway, Brent, very upset with an attorney in Syracuse. Why is that? What happened?
She posted
Who's the attorney?
Her name is Tina Bennett. And she posted the link to the story on her own Facebook with a comment that was kind of negative towards Brent's niece.
What did it say? Do you have that?
It says, what's her message? Failure as a parent? Daughter that wasn't perfect, but in death she's a martyr? And why? Where is the father of her unborn child? Where is the husband? I'm tired of news outlets giving people their 15 minutes of fame, and now this woman is going to milk her daughter's death by making speaking appearances at local schools. On a side note, now that we are charging the drug dealer for selling the dead daughter bad heroin, does that mean we can start suing alcohol manufacturers for assisting in killing people that drive drunk? News and the laws are getting absurd. Will somebody please adopt Kevin? He's waiting for a home. Now that's news, and maybe if he gets invited...
All right, I've heard enough. That's just terrible. Meanwhile, this is how this mother is dealing with this horrific incident. By trying to, in something terrible, in the death of her daughter, by trying to go out there and do some good and maybe prevent this from happening to somebody else. And this attorney writes that? Wow. WIBX, Utica, Rome.